I've been pondering the statements, "Don't judge," "We shouldn't judge," and "Judge not, lest ye be judged." These statements are often overly simple in a complicated world full of infinite situations and scenarios. Because the world is so complex, it's important to develop and improve our ability to know when it's appropriate to judge people, information, behavior, situations, etc. Learning to judge more effectively is an important part of our self-improvement. Quote, "It's frustrating how much personal effectiveness we sacrifice because we're too busy trying not to offend anyone." Kinetic. Definitions first. It's important to begin with definitions so we have the same starting point of understanding. Here's what I found for the word judge. Google search says judge, verb, means to form an opinion or conclusion about. Dictionary.com says judge as a verb is to act as a judge, pass judgment, and to form an opinion or estimate. Merriam-Webster informs us that judge as a verb means to form an opinion about through careful weighing of evidence and testing of premises, and to form an estimate or evaluation of. Don't judge. You're kidding, right? From reading the definition, judging sounds like something we do all the time. Imagine how insane it would be not to judge anything. In other words, no making decisions, no taking a stance, and no giving an opinion. The infinite combination of situations in our complex world requires us to judge, to evaluate, to weigh evidence, and to come to conclusions. If we don't, our lives quickly fill up with problems, drama, and frustration. Judging is like breathing. To survive and thrive, we must be able to do it effectively. Judging is a tool. Being able to effectively evaluate and judge a person, a situation, a piece of information, a behavior, etc. is a skill which must be practiced and improved. The challenge is keeping focus on our own affairs and not the affairs of others. As we advance towards goal accomplishment, there will be plenty of people, situations, information, and behaviors which will seek to deviate us from our path. That's putting it mildly. There will be forces which violently attempt to throw massive bulldozers in our way and push us backwards. If we don't learn to judge effectively, we lose focus and sacrifice our improvement. Quote, "Some life strategies are superior to others. It would do us well to never stop identifying and embracing them. Pretending nothing is superior to anything else is an insult to our intelligence." Kinetic. An argument against judging. My main argument against judging others has to do with focus. It's not that it makes others feel bad. It's not that we need to force ourselves to be open-minded and tolerant. Judging others, when it will not help us achieve our goals, is a distraction and a waste of our precious time and energy. Spending excess time judging others diverts important resources away from our own self-improvement and goal accomplishment. Sometimes we need to judge. Other times we choose to judge and create more drama by getting sucked into other people's problems. Focus on our own goals. Judging others in excess deviates our focus from making our own lives remarkable. We lose track of our own self-improvement and are less able to create value for those most important to us. If we spend our time dissecting the lives of others, swimming through their pool of drama, and casting opinions on how they should be doing things, then judging is a waste of time. I'm learning that if something doesn't pass the Tino filter test, then it's just not worth my focus. In other words, there's no need to use my finite time judging it. The idea here is to make our lives so incredible that we don't get distracted so easily. Focusing on the affairs of others in excess is too high a price to pay and makes our lives meaningless. Becoming effective. To advance and improve, we must be able to evaluate ourselves and decide if the results of our choices are effective. In other words, we need to be able to judge ourselves. Keeping ourselves on a path of continual improvement is not complex, but it is difficult. Judging ourselves leads to reflection, analysis of results, regaining focus, and self-correction. However, there is a balance that each of us have to find. Becoming overly critical with ourselves can lead to an abundance of negative self-talk. Thank goodness for boatloads of improvement, because this one sure is a challenge. Quote, lots of people know what to do, but few people actually do what they know. Knowing is not enough. You must take action. Tony Robbins. Most are not on an improvement path. Let's talk plainly. Most of us are not actively embracing a disciplined journey of self-improvement. Here's a response to those who say, but I'm doing the best I can. If we were really trying to better ourselves, then YouTube videos of how to eat right, be more effective, be a better parent, how to achieve our potential, etc. would receive millions and millions of views. Most of the other videos would be ignored as ineffective and self-sabotaging. Because so many people are not on a path of consistent improvement, we must be able and ready to make effective judgments about how others' behavior and choices will affect our behavior and choices. We must judge whether it's effective for us to spend time with a person, read a negative news article, scroll for hours on social media, eat fast food all the time, not exercise, etc., etc., etc. We are our own judge and jury. It would be self-sacrifice not to judge. Don't judge me. Saying, don't judge me, or don't judge others, may just be an excuse for behavior which is ineffective, self-damaging, and sabotages the ability to accomplish life goals. It's a bit similar to yelling out, YOLO, after getting drunk and jumping off the roof into a pool 10 stories below. We must judge. We must observe, evaluate, and make appropriate decisions. Quote, why do we kid ourselves into thinking that which consumes our time and energy has no effect on our improvement? Abel Kinetic. Closing thoughts. Unless we want to be spineless, float with the wind, and sing Kumbaya all day long, we will have to judge people and situations in life. Because of all the negative crap screaming to get our attention, we need to be able to evaluate complex life situations that much more. We put our self-improvement in danger if we don't judge, discern, evaluate, and make decisions. Perhaps the next time we hear someone say, don't judge me, we can respond with, you're right, thank you, I need to focus on improving my own affairs. Let's focus on our own business and make our own lives worth minding. Let's get effective. In motion to improve, achieve, and create value, Abel Kinetic.